Arizona Wildcats beat the California Golden Bears. Final score: Arizona Wildcats 73 to the California Golden Bears 50. One thing that was really interesting to me is usually you got your post players, like Brendan Ashley, Caleb Tarzewski, to some extent Rondé Hollis Jefferson, and to some extent Stanley Johnson. Those guys, I think, well, Stanley Johnson had 9 total rebounds tonight. And another one of your post players for the Arizona Wildcats is Dusan Ristic, which is, I think he's a freshman this year. And he only had 2 rebounds tonight, but man, he knocked down a 3-pointer tonight. A post player, I mean, one of the inside guys knocked down a 3-pointer. I mean, I can imagine, I can understand Brendan Ashley knocking down a 3-pointer, which he didn't shoot any 3-pointers tonight. But Dusan Ristic, another, I think he's 7 foot, and he knocked down a 3-pointer. So, that was definitely unexpected. And Dusan Ristic, he had 10 points, or he had 12 points tonight. So Dusan Ristic for the Arizona Wildcats scored more points than Caleb Tarzewski, which had 10 points. Caleb Tarzewski had 10 points tonight and 3 total rebounds. Dusan Ristic got 1 offensive rebound. Caleb Tarzewski had 1 offensive rebound. We had Stanley Johnson, which had 3 offensive rebounds. I'm kind of disappointed a little bit in Brendan Ashley, but this is the same court. The Cal court is where he broke his foot last season, so maybe he was kind of nervous and didn't want a repeat of that same season-ending injury that he had last year. So he ended up with 6 points tonight. And Brendan Ashley from the Arizona Wildcats, he fouled out tonight. So he wanted to I think he wanted to show a good game, have a good game, but he ended up with shooting 4 for 4 from free throws from the charity stripe, but he only made 1 field goal out of 5 attempts. So he didn't do too great, but I guess the defense that he played was very powerful, because Tyrone Wallace from the California Golden Bears, he's one of the he's the highest scorer for the Cal Golden Bears, and he ended up with 13 points tonight. Shot 6 for 12. He tried a 3-pointer, didn't make that. He only made 1 out of 4 from the charity stripe. He had 4 assists, 2 steals, 6 turnovers. That's one thing that was interesting to me, is the amount of turnovers that Tyrone Wallace had. So the defense that Brendan Ashley did, and Caleb Tarzewski, and to some extent Rondé Hollis Jefferson and Stanley Johnson did on Tyrone Wallace for the Cal Golden Bears was pretty efficient, because Tyrone Wallace had only like I said, he had 6 turnovers, which is you cannot have that from your point guard, from your guy that gets the most assists a game. I mean, he was the one that had the most assists. He had 4 assists tonight. There was a few other people that had 2 assists tonight. And speaking of assists, we had T.J. McConnell for the Arizona Wildcats, which had 6 assists, which is what's a little bit below his normal. He usually gets, like, I would say it's probably 7 assists a game, somewhere around there. But I think that it's a heck of a lot better than last season. That whenever the University of Arizona had their first loss against the Cal Golden Bears, I think they were 21-0 at that point whenever they played the Cal Golden Bears. But that was their first loss whenever they played them last year. And T.J. McConnell had 0 assists for that game. So he did a lot better tonight with 6 assists. We had Gabe York had a couple assists, so that was pretty cool. And it's always nice to get some contributions from Monday Parker, or from Parker Jackson Cartwright. He had 1 assist, but he made 3 for 3 from field goals. So he did a lot of dribble penetration, and he did a kick out. Like I said, he got 1 assist, so he did a kick out. But he most of the time actually he just dribble penetrated into the key and then bounced the ball off the glass, and it went in the net, in the hoop. So he had 7 points total tonight. We had 3 guys that ended in double figures. Like I said, Dusan Ristic had 12, Caleb Tarzuski had 10, and Stanley Johnson had 18. So, and I was listening to the commentators, radio commentators, and they were talking about that's pretty much the normal for Stanley Johnson is about 18 points a game. 9 assists, or nine rebounds. That's not bad at all. Three of them were offensive, and that was the biggest. That was the biggest player that had the most offensive rebounds. So that was pretty cool. And he was 8 for 9 from the free throws, which is a very good percentage. And we ended up the Arizona Wildcats ended up shooting about 88% from the free throws. I'm looking at the ESPN stats here, so it might be a little bit different if you look at the Arizona Wildcats stats or other, the CBS Sports stats or something like that. So anyway, we had the Arizona Wildcats took 26 free throws, while the Cal Golden Bears only took 4. One of the things that's really valuable to me is if we can, our guys can drive in, the Arizona Wildcats can drive in to that key, dribble penetrate, and then kick it out to somebody that is open, somebody that is free. Gabe York knocked down a 3-pointer. Elliot Pitts shot. He had one attempt at 3-pointer tonight, but that didn't fall for him. But he did knock down a field goal. I think it was pretty close to a 3-pointer, but it wasn't. It was only 2 points. So I was looking at the Cal Golden Bears right in the beginning of the game, and they were. I was thinking that the Cal Golden Bears had a ton of rebounds as compared to the Arizona Wildcats. They were I thought they were out rebounding the Arizona Wildcats quite a bit, but actually the Arizona Wildcats were beating the Cal Golden Bears, but in total rebounds. But the offensive rebounds were more in Cal Golden Bears' favor. Tonight they both ended up with 7 offensive rebounds. Cal Golden Bears had 7, and the Arizona Wildcats 7 offensive rebounds. But the Arizona Wildcats had 24 total deep defensive rebounds, while the Cal Golden Bears had 18 defensive rebounds. So you ended up with the Cal Golden Bears had 25 total rebounds, while the Arizona Wildcats had 31 total rebounds. Quite a few assists from the Cal Golden Bears, which had 13 assists. So they had a lot of contributions from from many of the players. Some of them had, there was there was a few of them that had, or four of them that had 2 assists, um, and that's the. It's like what a lot of people have been saying is that the Cal Golden Bears, the coach is very, very good. This is his first year, but um, a lot of the recruits that were in there whenever he took over as team coach um, were not of his picking. So it's kind of difficult for him, for the new coach for the Cal Golden Bears uh, to get his players on his side of the team and to buy into his type of game. And his type of game is um, more of um, you do good on the court because you don't want to um, you don't want to make the coach for the Cal Golden Bears. You don't want to disappoint the coach for the Cal Golden Bears. So it's almost like um, they feel the importance um, without the coach yelling and screaming at them and stuff like that. They know the importance, and it's like they're a coach whenever they're out there on the court, and so um, they are going to be playing as a team more instead of individual ball. And I think that's what this coach for the Cal Golden Bears is all about, is more of a team play instead of individual ball. And so he's going to, Cal Golden Bears might not be so great this season, but in a few years they're going to be very good, from what I heard the radio sportscaster say, and I can understand that. I can totally understand that. So, anyway, Arizona Wildcats had 6 steals, 14 turnovers, which I'm sure Sean Miller's not going to be happy about. 10 of the turnovers were right in the first half for the Arizona Wildcats, which is crazy. I don't know what happened there, but ended up with only 14 turnovers, so that's not too bad. The Cal Golden Bears had 19 turnovers. But anyway, so the Arizona Wildcats pull out a victory here against the California Golden Bears. The final score: Arizona Wildcats 73 to the California Golden Bears